Hello and welcome. It's just looking a bit dark, so I'm going to switch my light on, so bear with me. Come on. Relight my fire, do. Your love is my only desire. Relight my fire, 'cause I need your love. Where's that lock button? Yeah, right. So I've got my light locked on and I'm ready. So what I'm doing today is a review on my tarot decks. Now, up to now, I think well, I've got 23 decks altogether, but some of them are Oracle and some of them are Tarot. But what I really wanted to do today was review the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah. Now it comes in a really lovely box. Now some of the tarot cards, they just come in little cardboard boxes with a tiny paper book, but with this deck of cards you get a good quality book with lots of information about the author, lots of information about each of the cards and how she came to producing these cards, with the art by Elizabeth Alba, who is quite well known in the esoteric world. But the good thing about this book as well is that if you have your own views on a certain card, if your intuition guides you to a different aspect of the meaning of the card, it gives you a place to write your notes on nearly all of the major arcana, and some in the minor arcana as well, and that is very rare. I mean, you don't get it like that, and the book is just so well put together. The whole it really is a very good deck. I am so pleased that I actually bought it. It's fantastic. Now we'll get to the cards. The cards are beautifully done. No borders, which is what I like, because I don't like the cards that have the little white borders around with the copyright. It's good cardstock, you know. It's good, and the backs of them are very pretty as well. All the images on them are very well put together. They are beautiful. The work that's gone into them is wonderful, and when you're reading about each card as well, in the book it's like a story. It's not literally just an explanation, it's a story of how the witch come into the cards and what they're doing and what they're going through, and it is like reading a book. Now I'll give you a demonstration. Let's see what card pops out. That one come out. And that is the Justice card. Isn't that funny? The Justice card is the next card for me to go through, actually, so we're going to do it together. The Justice card is a witch depicted with the scales, which are in most decks, especially the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I think the Shaman Caselli. You'll just have to give me a moment because I can't quite remember. Yeah, scales. Scales, it's a big part about all Justice cards. It's something that is very well known, a symbol that is known throughout a lot of tarot decks. She has a book on law, because Justice card indicates, you know, things coming in your favour, or what is right, what is meant to be, you know, whether or not it goes in your favour or not. So it it's a card about things happening that is the right thing to do, whether it's in your favour or it's not in your favour. It's just the right thing to do. But on the scales there's two cats. There's a black one and a white one. The white one is going for the black one. They don't look like they're getting on at all. It's two opposing forces. So now let's see what she says in the book. Oakley dokley. So you get a big full-size picture of the Justice card. You get the number. I might have to lower this a bit because it does seem a bit bright. That's a bit better. Okay, so I can't see it from that. Justice, what goes around comes around, and then it says justice. Sooner or later, the universe balances itself out, but maybe not the way you expected. A silver-haired witch. I'll hold the card up while I'm reading the book. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So a silver-haired witch wearing a black gown sits upright on a chair. From one hand dangles a set of scales. On one side of the scales there is a black kitten, and on the other there is a white kitten. They are hissing at each other, each with one paw raised, claws out. In the witch's other hand she holds a large open book of laws. There is a blindfold over her eyes, but it is pulled up a little on one side toward the scale, and she is clearly peeking out. The feeling of this card is serious, but with a hint of amusement. That Karma, she sure can be a bitch. Wow, that is honest and truthful, innit? I mean, I'm loving this deck, I really, really am. People say that justice is blind. That just means they've never met her. She sees everything, even when it seems as though she isn't looking. There is no hiding the truth. She sees your actions and inside your soul. If things aren't going well, justice suggests looking at where your responsibility in the situation lies. But if you are worried that someone else won't get what they deserve, don't. Justice watches everyone, and the sooner or later she makes sure the scales balance out. And then it has a little bit of a chapter as well, saying things to consider. The idea of karma is simple. You reap what you sow. Life, of course, rarely works out exactly that way, but sooner or later things tend to come back around. The Justice card stands for legal justice on occasion, but just as often it signifies fairness, truth and balance. If you are asking for justice, be sure that it is what you want. The universe doesn't play favourites or take sides. If the justice card appears in your reading, it may be a reminder to be careful what you are putting out into the world, or it may be an assurance that you are going to triumph over the unfair situation. So it gives you a full-bodied description of the card meaning, the story, the history, and the actual person pictured in the card. I am definitely going to give these cards 100 out of 10. I really am. I am in love with them. I can't put them down. One of my favourite decks is the Rider-Waite deck, but this, there might be an overtaker here. There might be an overtaker. But while I'm here, let's see what the universe wants us to know for the rest of this week. So, Saturday and Sunday. The Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups pictures a little witch sat at the beach, and she is crying over the things that she's lost, the cups that she's spilled over, but she's not remembering the cups that are still full. And it's telling us all to don't worry about the things that we've lost so much. Remember what the things that we've still got, and we all need to remember that sometimes. because when life gets us down, we forget about the good and the blessings we have in our life. So remember that for this weekend, my lovelies. Please do find me at hashtag Psychotic Psychic on Facebook, or you can search Tarot by Josh. Lots of love and bright blessings to you all. Take care.